Yo, how's it rolling, mates? Welcome to this video. Um, I'm doing a face reveal. This is me. Hi. Um, so where was I? Yeah, about me. I was born in Romania in Temeswar. That's where the big revolution was in 1990 or 1989. The people thought they were fighting for freedom. Um, and I guess they did. They did because they were oppressed and it sucked for them. But in the end, they got the bill capitalism. Romania became pri- privatized and it went downhill. I live in Germany. The year is 2025, the 23rd February, and we went to vote. We went voting, and Germany voted. Um, I also have a cat. What is this cat doing though? It's Tilu. He's a he's a cat. He's a communist cat. Anyways, and because I'm living in Germany, I also became German, so to say. I was 12, 11, 12 years old when I came to Germany, and I was like, yes, this is it. This is the place where life is gonna be easier, I guess. But before that, let's talk about Romania. As you probably know, Romania in World War II was on the side of Germany. That's also something because my dad's side is half German. They were pretty proud about that. That Romania had this kind of deal with the Germans, and they worked together to be great. And by being great, I mean getting rid of the Jews. Yeah. After World War II, Romania underwent a radical transformation under the leadership of the Communist Party. For the first time, millions of people had access to education, healthcare, and workers' rights. Women entered the workforce, massive housing projects reshaped cities. Romania was developing rapidly. Of course, it wasn't perfect. There was state control, censorship, and an authoritarian government under Ceausescu, but that doesn't change the fact that millions of people had a stable life for the first time, right? So now, in 1989, 1989, in 1989, Ceausescu fell, and with him, socialism. What followed wasn't a triumph of freedom, but one of the most brutal waves of privatization in Eastern Europe. Western corporations and corrupt politicians carved up the country for themselves. Factories were shut down, workers were laid off, and public services were privatized. Romania was integrated into the global market as a cheap labor source for the West. Today, millions of Romanians have to work abroad because their home country offers them no future. And that brings me. Here's where I come into play because I was born in 2001 and I was born Catholic, and my dad, because my dad was Catholic, Romania is a pretty Orthodox country. Um, and I was that minority, I guess. Why do you want to know what's inside my brain? Um, to control you. We need a strong population. We need more babies. We need more workers and more soldiers. But yeah, when I was a child, I was pretty funny because when I was 6 years old, I had my first PC and I fell in love with the internet. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, and it was this big form of escapism. Was something I remember very, very intensively. I was always the outsider because, first of all, I was one of the few people who didn't have a dad because mine was in Germany because he had to get that money, 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 money. And I remember one day something very fun happened. It was the best day ever because in school my friends talked about pornography, and because I had internet access and only my mom, and my mom was also a teacher, which is also very fun because she was very occupied with being the teacher, and she was like, okay, don't, don't make people laugh at me, you are the teacher's child. You have to be woke. You have to know stuff. And then I went home and I looked up, okay, what the hell is pornography? And then I discovered, you know, yeah, at a very young age, which is not cool. But I discovered lots of stuff. And then when it was my turn to show the world, hey, look, you fools, I have this thing at my home and I have access to everything. And there's not just men and women having sex, there's also, you know. Um, and then I remember I had a friend, that son of a. I don't think he was Orthodox. In Romania we call them pocăiți, so like the ones who like pretty much lay down an oath to their religion, and they have to make sure that everyone knows. And when I talked to him about my discoveries, was like, "Oh no, that is Satan's work. You have to know, bro. Look, bro, just read this, and also this, and also this. What about this? Have you heard about this? You know?" And I also remember it was like, because today in Germany, I mean, we all saw what Corona did to us, and the conspiracy theories about Bill Gates and his chip. Yeah, the vaccines, the chips are in the vaccines. Because my friend in Romania, he was there before y'all, because he said, yo, at the end of the Armageddon, Jesus is gonna come back, and there's gonna be people who are like with him and are gonna go with him to the heavens, and the others, they have chips and they have like 666 written on their forehead or whatever, written somewhere under the skin. I think it was also trying to talk about like not having tattoos, because it was like, yeah, it's gonna be inked in your skin. Oh no, I have ink on my skin. I have ink on my skin, guys. And then he recommended me that I go to church, and I was like, well, I mean, my dad is Catholic, and because of him I'm also Catholic, so why the not? So I went there and I had not so much fun. Yeah, I didn't have any fun at all, actually, because I was too naive, and I just wanted to embrace whatever there was to embrace in that Romanian small a small village, countryside Catholic community, whatever they had. And yeah, long story short, I was sexually abused, and I am the victim of the so-called conversion therapy, because, well, I mean, sooner or later, people are just born how they're born, and they just discover who they are, their sexuality, their gender. It's something actually very, very normal. But for the longest time, ever since I came to Germany, I had a very, very hard time understanding that. And I was like, why doesn't this just go inside my head, and why can't I just embrace it and be who I am? Because yeah, I am trans. My name is Rosa, like the great Rosa Parks or Rosa Luxemburg. Um, because I came out as trans actually just last year in November. I went to university and I was like, all right, this is time to start my life. And then, yeah, I didn't have so much fun. I fell into a depression, I had panic attacks, and I had to cancel university and come back to live with my parents, and that's where I am right now. Um, Very fun. But yeah, when I discovered that I am actually trans, that I don't want to remain the boy who I was born, because for me it was like, okay, well, it's something holy. If you're born a boy, you remain a boy, or if you're born a girl, you remain a girl. But that is because people are complicated, and not just that, people aren't even complicated. People are complex. People are very, their soul is deep. You can learn so much about yourself if you just like go inside of yourself. But capitalism doesn't want you to do that. Capitalism just wants to keep you small, be a worker. Don't think about big stuff. Don't think about war, about peace, about just think about your family, about your workplace, and workplace, and maybe hobbies if you're lucky enough. But if you're not lucky enough, then you just got your workplace and your family, and then this is your life. And that's how I thought that it was. I thought that was like the thing, that's what life is. But that is not true, because people are complex, and societies are complex, and economic systems are complex. Let me tell you that, because I have no clue about how to, and I don't even want to have a clue, because I just want to live life. Is that so wrong? But how can you live life when fascists are on the rise? So yeah. Hey, Rosa from the future here. What Rosa from the past meant with fascists on the rise, she was talking about the AFD, because this election they got 60.3%, and one of the members actually, Germany's court declared that we are allowed to legally call him a fascist. But yeah, on to me. I am trans. My name is Rosa, inspired by the great Rosa Parks. Yeah, Rosa Parks, 1930 to 2005. Rosa Parks was an African American civil rights activist best known for refusing to give up her bus seat to a white passenger in Montgomery, Alabama in 1955. Her arrest sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, a key event in the US civil rights movement. So, she was a Chad. Also, another Rosa that inspired me, Rosa Luxemburg, 1871 1990. She was a Marxist revolutionary, philosopher, and anti war activist. She even co founded the Spartacus League and the German Communist Party. Communism? No! Vape Nation! And also, before I end this video, a small shout out um, at Theo Nicole Lawrence, the Trans Self-Care Workbook. Very cool. I begun to fill it out, and it's really fun. And if you also have like questions about your own gender identity, or are trans, baby trans, welcome, stay strong. I can recommend it. It's pretty fun, and it makes you feel at home, because when you write, that's the thing. I think humans need to learn to write more, because in this time and age, in this age of information where we're at, we only consume, give me more, 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 more. You have to take a break. You have to create yourself, because what is life if not creation? All creation is clap now. But yeah, in the church, and when I was an altar boy, I had lots of fun. I wore that girly white robe, and I felt good in it. And when I talked, when the priest saw me, that I was having a little bit too much fun with my outfit, he asked me some questions, and then one thing led to another. And he was like, okay, well, if you want to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you want to accept his love, you want to feel his love, you've got to you gotta come you gotta come in this small, well, it's not small, it can fit two people in it. It's like the booth where you like confess. So I went there, and I talked about the porn I saw. Scandalous, I know. And then he asked me lots of questions, and I was like, I feel like I shouldn't be saying this, but he was like, this, this. You heard about this one? Yeah, yeah. You heard about this? What about this one? You know this one? Ooh, or even this. Think about this, my friend. You know, I let you in the house of God. I let you come up here, and you can wear your robe or your, I don't know what's it called. The thing that altar boys wear. Uh, um, you better believe this. You better believe this. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I really love my mom, but to be honest, yeah, I think I love Jesus more. And it was like, okay, great, well, get right in. Let's keep on going. And then somehow he got to the point where he asked me questions about me as a parent, and I told him that I didn't want to see myself as a father, more like I wanted to see myself as a mom. And he was like, that's not gonna work. I'm like, oh, why not? This is what I feel, right? This is what God, I was like, for me, it was like I'm talking to God right now, and I'm finding, because meditation, prayer, everything that's spiritual, it's it's all in here, or it's all in here, whatever. It's somewhere in you. It's not like from outside. You don't like you just pray for 10,000 hours the same prayer without any thoughts, and then suddenly you get something. It's always in you. And when I told him that, he was like, "No, that is Satan speaking. Hail Satan." Um, so he proposed to me that we do an exorcism. That that you only see in movies. Yeah, in Romania we have that because in Romania we even have we have some people who go to the pride parades with holy water, and then they throw holy water at the gays and hope that they're not gay anymore or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. And then when I went there, um, yeah, when I went there, I can just tell you one thing. PTSD sucks because I've been diagnosed with that, and I'm fighting with it, and it sucks. But one day I'm gonna get justice. I'm gonna return to Romania. I'm gonna find that priest, and I'm gonna ruin his life because he ruined my childhood. And that is something you don't do. Protect trans kids.